Welcome to Hundreds and Thousands.
The dating podcast.
The dating podcast. The silly little dating podcast. With
About
us.
all the ups and downs of this dating app life.
And dating in 2023, 4.
5, probably.
Honestly, 6,
Six,
7. Inevitably, probably, until I die, because it's pretty bleak out here, I'm finding. So, I'm Amy, and I'm here with my best friend, Em. And we are here on this journey because basically I've been doing a lot of dating. I've been doing a lot of dating. And we just realized that these stories are so outrageous and lots of other people have probably experienced similar, and we just want to put it out there so that you feel like you're not alone in this hell, that others are with you there.
We're all in it together, baby.
Deep
hell.
in this hell.
Deepest ring.
That's what dating in 2023 and 4 is. The deepest ring of hell. So I'm new to this level of hell. I was in a different type of misery. It was more cold and bleak instead of spicy and horrible.
Give us a quick rundown.
Yeah, so here's my trauma dump. I was in a relationship for like 7-8 years to the same guy. We knew each other in high school, had a flirty little friendship. In high school, I guess we called it a thing. Gross. I wonder if kids still use that. Probably not.
No, now it's situationship.
I've been in some of those. Nice. Anyways, so we had a little something. So we had a little something, and basically he moved away, and then came back for Christmas one year, wouldn't stop calling me, forced me to fall in love with me, him, whatever. We dated for a long time. It was pretty awful and good, a little bit of both. And
Mostly awful.
yeah, I just had no dating experience. And after that, I was like, wow, I wish that my fucking mom told me that it would have been really sick to be single in your early 20s and just fuck around and meet other guys, because I only knew one guy, really.
Yeah.
And it was him. So I thought that was really uncool of her, and I thought, wow, gee, it would be really cute if I had a kid to tell them that they should be single because it's so fun, and I'd share my experience with them. So then I started a journal of all the dates I'd been in, and then I was like, well, I might as well just have a goal of going on at least 100 dates before I have a partner. And then, obviously, we decided it would be...
The world needs to hear about this.
Yeah, because it's honestly hilarious and traumatizing. And if there's one thing I love to do, it's share my trauma.
Traumatize others.
It's traumatize others with my trauma. And new experiences. So buckle up if you're into that kind of thing. That's what this podcast is about. Hopefully, at some point, one of us finds love. Em and I are both single, and we're in love with each other, at least. So that's cool, but a guy would be nice. Like a nice guy, if they exist. If there's a nice guy out there, we would be interested in potentially.
DMs are open.
DMs are super open.
So let's give a little background, or a little preface, I guess. Going forward, there will be no names.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I feel like the two important ones to mention now are the ex that you talked about and the TA.
Oh fuck, the TA. I forgot about him. There was a guy in university who was like a TA. I like to refer to him as a professor because it makes me feel a little bit more sophisticated and like Lolita. He was like 8 years older than me. I know, gross. So coquette of me. He was 8 years older, really predatory, super controlling, stopped us from going to Squamish Music Festival.
Stopped us from going to that music festival.
Yeah, that was really uncool of him. Not hot.
He also thought that we were in love with each other and hated me. Did not want her to spend time with me.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean,
and then
he was right.
He was right, but he wasn't in the right. He didn't have the right. And then the ex, kind of similar vibes, like kind of like controlling, passive aggressive, not super fun. He was nice enough. Like, there were a lot of good things, but for the most part, it was just kind of like he was a dark cloud.
Yeah.
And I didn't really do
ray
much.
Of sunshine.
Yeah, or to my whatever I am. But it's not a dark cloud. It might be something different. Anyways, so that's the background. So that's where this journey starts. And the first guy that I decided to go on a date with was somebody that I met on Hinge, of course, as one does these days. He looked like a perfectly safe option. I knew that I wasn't going to fall for him. He was super not my type. Blonde, 5'7", maybe, max.
Tell us,
older.
what is your type?
My type is brown hair, mustache, dark eyes, dark features.
I thought you liked light eyes.
No, like dark blue, dark green, dark brown, dark. I like dark features.
Oh.
On my men. And mustaches, mostly.
Most
important.
mustaches.
And I like taller than me, obviously.
Yeah.
And recently, after this experience, I've realized I like quite a bit taller than me. So that's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
tell us about this first date.
Yeah, this first guy, we're gonna call him Disney Boy. He's a Disney adult, blonde, blue eyes, older, I think like 32, 33, lives on his own. He had his own place. He just seemed really like sweet and kind of shy and kind of dorky. Like, I knew that he'd be a good option as a first date because he seemed safe, and I was really anxious about being taken advantage of for some reason.
Yeah, at the time I agreed. I thought he was a good choice.
Yeah, just
I still do.
Yeah, like just ease me in. And honestly, I was like, if maybe if I fall in love with a safe, nice guy, like that would be sick. Like it would be cool if I could find a guy who's like obsessed with me and nice. So I gave it a go. We met for beer and pizza, but the place was busy, and so he was like, oh, it's kind of loud, we should go somewhere quieter. So then we went somewhere that only had beer, and I was so hungry.
In theory, I like that he's like, let's go somewhere quieter, like, because he actually wants to talk to you, but to, like, go out for dinner and then not eat?
Yeah. Especially because this is, like, when I first broke up with my ex, I wasn't eating. Like, I was eating once a day. And so I hadn't eaten anything because I knew I was eating pizza, which I'm not condoning that behavior. That was really bad. But so I was really excited to eat pizza, and then we didn't. And after a beer, I was obviously drunk as heck. So that was bumping. Yeah, he was nice, awkward, shy. He flexed a lot about how he had befriended people who were cool in high school. Like, he wasn't cool in high school, and then after he graduated, he became friends with them, like, as an adult. I thought that was really interesting that he, like, mentioned that a few times during our date.
Kind of sounds like he got stuck in this city, and so did the cool kids, so they kind of were just forced to be friends.
It kind of feels like that. Oh, and he didn't live in the internal city. He lived on one of the, like, outside suburby cities, which is gross. Everybody, I don't know where you guys live, but I feel like that's maybe a worldwide thing. Like, if you're from the city and people are from surrounding cities and they say, oh yeah, I'm from that city. Like, you're not from that city.
Yeah.
I pay a lot of rent to live in that city. You live outside of that city like a dweeb. Like a dweeb. Like a responsible adult, actually. Not like me. So anyway, he was fine. He paid, he drove me home, he was really nice, he texted me saying he had a good time, and it was perfectly fine, you know, and I texted him and said, I'm so sorry, like, it looks like you're looking for a girlfriend, I don't want to hurt you, you seem like a sweetie pie, good luck, and his response to me was, oh, don't worry about me, you just seem really cool, hurt me, I just want to see you more. So to which I didn't know what to say, so I just said nothing and never talked to him again.
Red.
Yeah, but
he's kind of giving the energy you should look for.
Yeah,
hurt me.
No, honestly, that is something I took away from that is, oh yeah, guys are literally willing for me to potentially hurt them.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy because no guy has ever said so much to me. No guy's been like, oh, let me open a door for you. That's not been my experience, so that was cool. Thanks for your service, Disney boy. That was a good one. And And then next, this is M's favorite.
Yeah, this is one of my faves.
M loves this one. Honestly, so does my family. This is the funniest. The
Let me
pilot.
take the lead on this one for a minute.
Please.
The pilot. Met on Hinge, of course. Again, not really her type.
Not at all.
He wasn't very...
I mean, affluent.
Oh, affluent, so a little bit her type, but mostly... mostly not. He was active, but ate like garbage.
Yeah, like,
which is
there's
the
no
opposite
better
of
way to say it.
Amy.
Yeah.
She loves her healthy eating. You know what? I don't know how to sum the pilot up quickly. I feel like I need days to explain this to somebody, and I'm still trying to wrap my own head around
Yeah,
this.
so he's a year older. He's 28. He was funny and fun. He was fun in like a girlfriend kind of way.
One of the girls.
He was one of the girls kind of,
Girl's
but
girl.
like a bitchy girl.
I love
Yeah, like we look at us. We love bitchy girls. But he was fun, he was funny, but there was like, and he was very confident, so into himself and charming at times, but then there was like this lurking kind of dark ickiness. like I got the feeling like, oh, you could potentially be really manipulative and narcissistic.
Spoiler alert.
He was. He tried to be.
On a really great first date, though.
And the second date was good too. The first date, he booked an escape room, which he paid for, and then he took me to my favorite bar and insisted on paying. And then he taxied us to a really bougie bakery and insisted on paying for a box of macaron for us and tea. And then, at the end of the date, he walked me to the subway, used his own subway card to buzz me in, and waited until the train came, because it was midnight, and let me go. He didn't even kiss me goodnight because he thought I was, like, not that type of girl.
Spoiler alert, she is. That type of girl. That's cute.
Yeah,
That's
that was
really
cute. That was cute. And then, yeah, it texted me, like, I had a really good time, whatever, which is nice. I like when they text you the same night. I think it's really weird when they wait.
I
like,
agree.
with texting, like, if you were calling me, it'd be a bit much. But, like, texting, like, it's not hard to just be like, hey, I had fun seeing you. This is cute.
Yeah.
No problem. Second date, really cute. He said, oh, I have a great idea. I'd like to take you to a pumpkin patch and animal farm. You seem like you'd like it. And to me, I was like, okay, first of all, are you calling me basic? Because you're right. And second of all, I love that place, so yes, please. And so he picked me up. We went to do that. Got pumpkins. He came back to my house. We watched the scary movie, carved our pumpkins.
Pound Town, baby.
Yeah,
The first one since the ex.
It was crazy.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so he kissed me in the
I
kitchen.
also want to say that I hate that I said Pound Town. I just couldn't
Yeah.
think of something
That
better.
that was bold. Especially since we didn't have penetrative sex because nobody had a condom.
Oh.
Because he wasn't expecting anything to happen because we didn't even kiss on the first date. So 0 to 100 for me.
Well,
Typical.
but it wasn't penetrative.
Nope.
Penetrative.
It was just 69.
So not 0 to 100.
It was
0
amazing.
to like 85.
0 to 90. Come on. 60-90 is so intimate. I feel like it's even more intimate than sex, to be honest. It's a bit much. Anyway, it's amazing.
What percentage is anal?
I don't know. I've never done it. So I'm not the girl to ask. But I would. Are you interested?
Let me peg you.
Oh my god, I'm scared. So anyway, yeah, we did that. He kissed my whole body. It was amazing. He like worshipped my body, basically.
I love that.
I do too. And that was the first time that a man had done that to me. Because obviously nobody gave a fuck before. So that was really cool. And then at the end, he was like, hey, like, is it fine if I stay over? And I was really new to that. So I didn't know that I could say no. I was just like, okay.
I don't like that. I don't like when people ask if they can stay over.
Yeah, like on one hand, it was kind of nice because it was like, I'm not the type of girl who had a lot of sex in high school or anything, and so I only had sex with my first boyfriend, the professor guy, and then the ex, and then I hadn't sex with any other guy. I've never had casual sex, and so it was maybe it was kind of like helpful for me though that he asked to stay over so that I didn't feel used.
Yeah.
Even though I initiated everything.
Yeah,
obviously.
I get that. Obviously.
Like, I still don't like that he slept over because he's gross looking back, but maybe that was, like, maybe I would have felt even more gross if he left. I don't know. Anyway, so he stayed over. He drove me to work the next day and then texted me, hey, like, I never do this, but do you want to see me tonight? Like, I'll pick you up for dinner. So he lives on the total opposite end of the city. He drove during rush hour to come and pick me up across the city, to drive me back to his house, to make me dinner, which he made like a nice dinner. And he made extra for my lunch because he knew I wasn't eating, which was really cool.
That's sweet.
It's really sweet.
He was good at the beginning, I guess.
He was really good at the beginning. My dad loved that one. And when I lied, oh, and he bought dairy-free ice cream for dessert.
Oh.
Which I don't even remember telling him that I don't eat dairy. So I don't know if he just assumed because his sister's really healthy or like whatever, but I was like, wow, that's... And dairy-free chocolate too.
Weird.
Yeah. Kind of sus.
Is it possible he doesn't eat dairy?
No, he for sure eats dairy. That boy eats dairy. Anyways, so... It was good. The sex was good. He was crazy obsessed with my pussy. Oh my god, am I allowed to say that?
Probably, but please
never
don't.
Never again. So sorry. But I told him after the first time that we hooked up, like when we were laying in bed and having pillow talk or whatever, I was like, hey, like listen, you seem really nice. You seem super sweet. But just so you know, like I'm not looking for a relationship. I just got out of a long-term one. I'm just kind of keeping it light. Like, are you okay with that? And he said yes. And I mentioned that almost every date that we went on.
Yeah.
And we only went on like 5 or 6 dates, really. But it felt like so intense. Because he's a pilot. He has so much fucking time. Like, all he has is free time for me. And like was texting and calling all the time. Do you remember?
I do. Because he was a pilot for a private company. Or
yeah,
private.
so he barely worked. I feel like he flew like maybe 6 times a month.
Incredible.
Max. And I could still see him on those days because it's not like he stayed over anywhere.
Amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, like that would have been really convenient. But basically on the 5th date, came over for a sleepover, condom broke.
Oof.
I was freaking out, obviously in panic, like, oh my god, this guy that I don't even know, like, could you imagine? I get out of an 8-year relationship and get pregnant with this guy?
Oh my god.
So I was like freaking out. He ran to the store, got Plan B, and chocolates, which was nice, whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine.
And then he should, actually.
I agree. Like, honestly, he should have got me pizza. Because he loves dairy. But anyway, I was like, not hysterical, but I was freaking out. Like, I was really quiet and like hyperventilating. And he was like trying to comfort me and rubbing my back. I didn't want him to touch me. And he's like, I'm so sorry that you're stressed. It's going to be fine. Like, I really care about you. I love you. And then, yeah.
What?
I love you. He said, I love you. I think it was 5, 6 dates in. Yeah, like, we'd known each other for 3 weeks. Like, I've been broken up with my partner for a month and a half, but I've only not lived with him for a month. Like, I barely had moved out of my ex's house.
What did you say?
I said nothing. And he was like, I didn't mean to... I care about you, but I didn't mean that. And I was just like, uh-huh. And then I went into the bathroom and tried to fish the condom out of my vagina in the shower.
Oh my god, wait, it broke and got stuck in you?
Yeah, bro.
You couldn't get it out while he was at the store, or you were just freaking out?
I was freaking out. I didn't know it was broken inside me.
Oh.
And so what happened was I went to the shower to just rinse out my area. And then the condom was like in there, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So I had to like try and pull it out.
And he didn't tell you that? He wasn't.
Well, he's just like, "It's broken." I just assumed that the piece was somewhere, but I guess he didn't find it.
What if it's still in you,
dude? That's why I have PCOS. Nah, I fished it out for sure. The football boy would have found it by now. Anyways, so then I like bailed on a few dates with him, and he got really aggressive and like angry. But like my hormones were all over the place from Plan B, and he said I love you, and it was so freaky. Like of course I was gonna back off.
Yeah.
And he like got all angry and weird, and I was like, you know what, this just isn't working for me.
He confronted you, didn't he?
He did. He confronted me, which is crazy. Like we've been seeing each other for 6 weeks. No, 6 dates, not
dates,
6 weeks.
yeah.
So crazy. Like just absolutely unadult behavior.
Unhinged.
Unhinged. So like poor timing, read the room, and then I gave it a couple weeks, and I was like, okay, like maybe we can try again. So like we were texting a little bit, like we had a plan to hang out, and I had a really bad day at work. I'm in healthcare. I had a really messy day. And I was in this really shitty situation that I couldn't leave, and I was stuck there for hours in like a really hot room with just not good vibes. And bad vibes. And I texted him
bad crying in the gym.
like for real. And I texted him like I'm having such a bad day, like I just feel awful. And then he sent me a picture of himself with
a mirror selfie.
Shirtless with his like dad bod tummy out, which like no disrespect, like that's fine.
It was an unflattering angle.
It was
for
really
anyone.
Yeah, it was like I would never send that to even you.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't send it to anyone. Like it wasn't good. And he's like, maybe this will make you feel better. I'm like, oh yeah, seeing your beer belly really makes me feel better. That's so hot.
Oh my God.
And then I kind of went off on him. I was like,
as you should.
I was like, I didn't ask for that. Like, why are you disregarding my feelings? And he's like, oh, like when you send me pictures, it makes me so happy. So I wanted to do the same for you. And I was like, that's because I'm hot. I'm a girl.
Also, it's a different kind of happiness. It's an excitement, and they're into me, not a this will cure my life.
Yeah, and like also like if he was having a really bad day and like dealing with heavy shit in his job, I would like if I don't know what the equivalent is with a pilot. Like if one of his friends had crashed in a plane and like they were alive but the plane crashed, I wouldn't be like, here's a picture of me with my belly. Like what the fuck? In what world? In what world? So stupid. He was so into himself, and I have no idea why. So boy, bye.
But then a few weeks later, you were a little bored, weren't you?
That was a couple months later.
Was it?
Months later, yeah. Because he messaged me a few times, and like he messaged me whatever.
So what did she do? She went on a date with him because she wanted to go to his bougie gym.
Yeah.
Or his bougie gym.
He had a great gym. And then also I wanted pho another time, so I did that too. And but he also was kind of being weird too. He'd be like, I can't do this anymore. I need space. And then he'd like add me on Facebook. Or like,
it's ancient.
So weird. So anyway, that was
But I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Who'd you text today, Amy?
Today?
Who'd you reach out to? Anyone special? Anyone the audience might recognize?
I texted the pilot for attention.
Did you get what you wanted?
I did. Thank you for asking. I don't even know why I did it, because after we responded and asked me how things were, I didn't even reply.
Gotta keep them on the line.
I don't know why, because literally I don't think there's anything that would cause me to want to hang out with him again at this point. He's so gross.
We brought him up, and then...
Yeah, it was just a whim.
And then he was on your mind.
Yeah. He's on my mind.
Do you want to tell the story about the hot dog stand?
I think we did. That was the best thing about him, though. Also, thank you for your service, Mr. Pilot.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Well, I think that's enough. I feel like he gave me such an ick that I don't even want to talk about any more of them after that.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure the audience, if there's an audience, if anybody gives a shit.
Is anyone out there?
I'm sure that you guys are feeling gross too. So everybody go have a shower and see you again.
And say no to pilots.
God, yeah, seriously, say no to pilots. Nothing good can come from it. God bless. Okay.
This is 100,000 podcast. Thanks so much for listening.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. God, we're
Ricky,
annoying.
play us out.
Oh my God. We're so annoying.